Neil Duff, many congratulations. How does it feel to be world champion?
I'm over the moon. I'm absolutely over the moon. It hasn't sunk in yet. I know I went out and I predicted that I was going to be here, but I don't think I actually prepared myself for the feeling of when it actually happened. And I'm just, in fairness, I'm ready for my bed. I'm absolutely drained. But, you know, I'll go back with the family and the friends and my sponsors not there, and we'll have a drink. And I think when I get back into my room and settle down, that's when it's going to hit. And it really hit more, I think, whenever Richard Ashton put it on as champion of the world. I love that. I love that.
And we saw you early on in the way to then Jim with you and have to fight back. And then today we saw a slow start, 2 sets behind, 3-1 behind as well. Did that game help with the experience of that stage of having to fight back?
I think for me it feels like a completely different game than the Jim McEwen game. Jim was hitting everything. Whereas when I played Treebolt there, I was still getting sniffs, but I wasn't capitalising, I wasn't scoring, I wasn't hitting doubles. But yet, at the same time that it was back to 2 each, and I'm going, I'm playing B game here, but I'm still with him. Had I hit my A game right from the start, I'd have probably seen that prediction that we talked about, you know, the other day. But once I started firing, Treebolt was feeling it, so he started giving it. But when he done it, the crowd were behind him. I done it, and the crowd were just on their feet. I don't know. Whenever I come back there was a break after the 5th set, and whoever was in charge of the music had played 2 Rangers songs. So I don't know whether that was for my benefit or not. They played simply the best, you know what I mean? So I noticed it, and the crowd were there. They were brilliant. They got behind me, and yeah, I'm just glad I started playing in the end and made it into a good game. Because there's nothing worse than getting out there and getting knocked about just for a lot of sets. I didn't realise there were 2 straight sets in the first 2. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy that one.
And you mentioned the support there. You've said throughout the week after every game there's more Irish coming over. Certainly hear them today. Did they play a big part as well in them early stages when Tebow was in front?
Northern Irish. Different country. No, I love the Irish as well. Yeah, of course. It's always nice to have that, the comfort blanket. Well, I have that with Gareth and with Dave, my management team. But to have my wife and my daughter there, But I did realise I happened actually sitting to you. I think from the set 2, they didn't watch any of the match. They went out. They were out. They stayed outside. They couldn't watch. So they couldn't. So they weren't there. Every time I looked down, they weren't there. It was an empty table. But there was a few of the Northern Irish girls was in. There was a couple of guys on the other side. But I think I'd done enough this week to get the English fans, the local fans on my side, and it sounded the night. And yeah, I can't thank them enough for being there and for supporting me.
And looking now forward as world champion, options will be available for you, one of which will be coming back to defend your title. However, before that you'll have the PDC, Tortard, Tewstall. Your decision on that, will you be down to Tewstall or coming back to defend?
Yeah, I was going to Tewstall before this got changed around. I think no matter what, I would like to get down and try it just to test myself. You're getting the best players in the country who are all vying for a card. I had to sit back this year, but I watched young Josh rock him through it. And I'm a better thrower than he is, so there's no reason why I don't go down and get a card. But we kind of said, we'll go to Q School and we'll not worry about the card, but we'll do the challenge tournament. I went, that's not me. If I get down for a card, I'll do what Darrell Gurney done. I'll do what Brendan Dolan done. You know what I mean? It's a long way off. I will want to defend this year. I'm 15 July, so I might actually throw in a few of the seniors tours. Chris Mason seems to be getting all his own way this weather. Go ahead, Chris, by the way. Go on, good lad. I knew you had it in you. So yeah. Listen, the options are there. There will be a lot of exhibition work and stuff coming up now. So we'll see what happens.
And you mentioned there the Taught Hard this year, last January. You decided not to go to make sure you was playing at Lakeside. Was there a thought as well in your head coming into this week that you wanted to make sure that one of those Taught Hard holders didn't come to Lakeside and pick up that trophy?
Yeah, but it's like I said to you earlier in the week, it's not as if the guys are going out there and they're waving it on the stage, or this tour card on the stage. They still have to go out there and they still have to play a game. Probably the best about it was that none of the 6 or 5 or 6 tour card holders made it to the final. It was 2 guys who have done the tour, who have travelled around Europe, who spent their money and have worked hard to get the points. The other guys did as well, but I'm not going to get into the politics of it. They're not going to turn down their money, not to come. Fair play to them. But at the end of the day, tour card, no tour card, any one of the guys that played it, 40 guys that from that started, could have a tour card. They're all good enough to do it. But it's just, you have to go up there with your 3 darts. What you done at Goose School is irrelevant. But I wish them all the best. I hope they go well. And yeah, maybe one day I'll be down there to join them.
And there's a lot of Northern Irish here, as you've mentioned. There's also plenty who would have watched at home. Your plans for the next week or two to celebrate being a world champion?
You're putting me on a spot now because the wife doesn't know. We had talked about we were going to jump on a flight to Alicante tomorrow and just go to Benidorm for a couple of days. Instead, my management we're going to Liverpool tomorrow. We have an exhibition set up for tomorrow night. I don't even talk. And then we're going from Liverpool on Tuesday morning. We go up to Airdrie and we're having an exhibition in Airdrie on Tuesday night. So it's just straight back on to get the money in. And then I'll get back on Wednesday. I'm going to imagine I've got COVID and I'm going to lock myself away for a week.
So then, looking forward, obviously the rest of this year, plenty of WDF events coming up. Will you be playing in all of those, or are you looking now as world champion? Will you be picking and choosing what you feel is right for yourself?
No, I'll definitely be picking and choosing. I think probably bar Denmark, I can't go to Denmark because at home you have to have so many county matches played to retain your Northern Ireland place on the national team. I've only played 2, but all I have to do is turn up and I get one. So I need 3. So I'm missing Denmark to play that county match. But I'll try and do the ones where I'm defending the points that I made last year. I'll do Scotland, I'll do Isle of Man, I'll do Wales. Hopefully I'll do Holland. But I've got a trophy to slug around with me now and maybe pick up an exhibition here and there in between. But yeah, I'll try and fit as many as I can in, but I'm still leaving my options open as to what I'm going to do.
And talking about options that might come available the rest of the year, we've seen previously that winners of the WDF, as it was previously known, BDO, go on and be chosen for the Grand Slam. Do you think you should be in the Grand Slam this year?
I would love to be in it. I would love to be in it. I was sitting out earlier on, I was talking to Jenny Fordham, and the last time, the year Andy qualified, he beat me in the final. I'd played brilliant all night, and then the big man just took me out by the roots. So yeah, I would love a crack at it. I would love to be walking out to a PDC crowd, but I think it'll be very Mervyn King, my buds in. I don't know where I would be giving it. All the Dixie that I was giving it the other night, getting them riled up. Yeah, I love it.
Neil Duff, world champion. Many congratulations.
Come on. Cheers.